Welcome back. So today I decided I want to do a little bit of a day in the life video. And so typically in the mornings I wake up around 7ish and I just kind of lie in bed for a little bit, kind of get myself to wake up, look at my phone, make sure my boss didn't text me anything urgent from the night because my phone's usually on Do Not Disturb when I sleep. So wake up, check that there's something important today, so I just kind of went back to lying around, and then I'll usually just get up, go to the bathroom, take a shower really quick, and then I normally don't put on this much makeup, but because I do have an interview in about an hour with one of our research participants, I decided to look a little bit more human-ish, and so hence all the makeup on. Yeah, so normally in the mornings I will make some coffee and then start my work day, so let's get into it. So while I wait for my coffee to brew back there, I'm actually going to set up my workspace. So typically I will actually sit by my window and work, but since I do have an interview, I don't want my background to be my entire room, and so I'm actually going to move my desk setup over to my little coffee table back there, because this thing that I use as a desk isn't really a real desk. I actually don't know what it is. I found it in my old building that I used to live in, and so like someone was getting rid of it, so I just kind of took it and took it with me here, and I do like it. It is a small desk, but like I said, I have an interview later today in like an hour or so, and so I'm about to set up and get ready for my day. So before I actually start my day, I should probably explain what my job is. So I am currently a research assistant for an emergency physician. I work at a teaching hospital, but right now, since we're in lockdown, I am working from home. Right now we are in the middle of interviewing a whole bunch of participants for our study, and so what we research is medical education and kind of the interactions between right now our study is on the interactions between an attending physician / clinical educator and residents, how doctors make entrustment decisions for the residents, how they decide how much supervision a resident needs, and then on the flip side we're also interviewing residents and asking kind of how best do they learn, what type of feedback helps them, do they like it when supervisors are like not hovering, but like what type of feedback works best for a resident. Like, do they enjoy like being super hands off? Do they like having their attending next to them while they work so that in case like anything happens, or do they want full free response, like full-fledged, no one near me type of work? So mainly interviewing 3rd and 4th year residents, because obviously 1st and 2nd years will have a lot of supervision, and so it goes down more to like 3rd and 4th years in the emergency department, kind of interviewing them, kind of getting their feels, and then comparing it with what attendings say and see if there's any parallels, if there's not any parallels. And yeah, so that's kind of what I do right now. This project is actually ending pretty soon. It ends at the end of July, and then so by August I will be starting a brand new project. Not quite sure what I mean, I do know what it's about, but I can't really say much yet until I get like all the details, because I will be the head research assistant on that project, and so I'm still getting in all the details right now, and so I will update you guys more when I know more about that project. So my my PI had texted me some data the night before, and so I'm just kind of updating it on my spreadsheet right now, double checking, making sure that all the numbers I typed in are correct. Then I like to update my planner, so I always pre-plan using Google Calendars because I do have a synced calendar with the rest of the RA team and my PI. And then on the day of, I'll fill in my planner with like meetings and things like that, and then I will plan my day around all my meetings. So I just finished prepping for the interview, got all my papers ready to go. I still have about 30 minutes, so I'm actually gonna go make some breakfast. I'm normally not hungry for food in the morning when I first wake up. I usually just have a cup of coffee, my lemon water, and just like my regular water. But since I do have this interview right at 9 o'clock, which is normally about the time I have breakfast, I'm gonna eat a little bit early. And so, because I'm not sure how long this interview will take, sometimes they take like 30 minutes, sometimes they take closer to 2 hours, and so I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna make a really quick breakfast and then scarf it down before this interview starts. So typically, if I'm going to the office, I will usually make overnight oats the day before and just bring it with me to the office and eat it while I'm working in the morning. But since I've been at home, I decided I should probably start making breakfast, and so I just usually have scrambled eggs and some fruit, and so I recently bought some apples, and so I've just had apples and peanut butter and some eggs. So pretty soon after I made my breakfast, my boss actually texted asking if we could all hop on Zoom early so that he can kind of discuss with us, because this is the first time that we were actually using Zoom to interview one of our participants because of the whole pandemic situation. They couldn't come to us and we didn't want to travel to them. And so I was not the interviewer today, but I had to be a part of it. And so I decided to take notes for everyone, and yeah. Lunchtime! So yeah, it's finally lunchtime and I am going to get my lunch ready. So I cooked yesterday, and so if I cook for dinner, then I'll usually just eat leftovers for lunch the next day. And if I don't have leftovers, I'll probably just Uber something because I don't have a lot of time for my lunch break. I only have an hour or so. And so I will just eat my leftovers, then probably watch some Netflix, maybe pace around my room for a little bit, and then start my afternoon. Actually forgot to turn back on my camera after my lunch break, and so now this is kind of like the end of my day. I finished up my task that I want to get done, so I'm marking it off in my planner and kind of taking note of things that I want to do tomorrow, and yeah. So I'm finally off work. Spent the last half of my day just working on the presentation my boss asked me to work on so that he can edit it when I'm off work, because he's currently in the US, so our times are a little bit different. So he's gonna work on it while I'm asleep and then give me like instructions on how to fix it tomorrow during my work day tomorrow. So yeah, every day is like a little bit different. I mean, it's all just me working off my laptop, but what I do is always different just based off of whether or not I have an interview that day, or if I have meetings, because sometimes I'll have back-to-back meetings with my boss and other RAs, or if it's just me and my laptop, then I'll usually be working on one of 3 things, because I have 3 different projects going on right now, and so I try to divide my time between the 3 of them. Usually I'll only do like 2 of the 3 projects in a day, so I'll like switch off. So I'm not constantly doing one project at a time, and to make sure I'm spending enough time on each project so that they all get the same love and care that they need. But yeah, so now that I'm off work, I'm about to get ready to go on a walk. I like to walk after work because it keeps me away from screens, since I've been staring at a computer screen for about 8.5 hours of my day already. I kind of want to be off it for a little bit, so I like to go on my walk, clear my mind, get some exercise in, because I'm also just sitting all day. And so I'm gonna go do that, and then I will come back and decide what I want to do for the evening. So I just got back from my walk, a little sweaty, a little gross, sorry. Yeah, so I typically like to go walking for about 45 minutes to an hour, so about 2 miles of walking. I like to do that because it just keeps me moving and stuff. Because my room is so small, I used to try to do some yoga in my room, but I'm not a fan of yoga. Then I come home, about to go hop in the shower, and typically my evenings will just consist of me cooking dinner and then watching TV and GRE prep, because I am scheduled to take the GRE sometime in August. I originally had a date set, but yesterday I got an email from the GRE people saying that they're going to reschedule my test because of COVID. So I don't know when they're rescheduling it to yet. They haven't told me anything, but hopefully it's still within sometime in August, so that doesn't throw me off too much. I'll probably end my video here. The rest of my evening, it'll probably just consist of me sitting on my couch. So I'm about to hop in the shower, and then I'm gonna cook dinner, and then probably just hop on my couch and relax, watch some TV, and then do GRE prep, because I just have flashcards that I go through with like GRE vocab or just like math concepts, things like that. On the weekends I get into the nitty-gritty, like actually doing practice questions, but during the week, because I'm always so tired by the end of the day, I just go through flashcards. And yeah, I'll probably start editing this video tonight, so I need to be off the camera in order to edit it. And so yeah, that's pretty much my day. Hope it was interesting, and I will catch you guys next time.